So Midjourney has recently released the new website update, and from now we are able to generate the images without directly going to the Discord, so within the Midjourney website. And overall in this video, I will show you how to get the access to it and how to use it from start to finish. First things first, there's very important part. Like the Midjourney Alpha, so the new website update is only available for now for the people that generated, I would say, at least 1000 images when it comes to the Midjourney. So today we've got the 2nd of April, and probably when you are watching this, like this new update is available for everyone, but you know I'm saying this because for the April, like only the users with at least 1000 images are capable to use this one, I would say, the version. If you would like to check how much images you have created overall inside of the Midjourney, you can go over to any room and type /info. And now you will have the information about it, alright? So you need to have at least 1000 images. Nevertheless, let's get into it and cover what is new. So now you can notice we've got, I would say, this one caption, Midjourney Alpha. And what is very important, at the top of the page, we've got the, I would say, the type box, where we can type something. For example, warrior cat. And when I go over and I will just click enter, in the tab create, it will create for me the image. So you can see, like we've got this entire option inside of the Midjourney website. Also, what is very important, it works pretty the same as in the Discord. So right there you can notice, we've got the icon of the settings. When we click there, we've got the stylization, we've got the weird parameter, variety, also the image dimension, so the aspect ratio, and there we can just provide what we want, or even there we've got the modes. So the raw, standard, or whether we can choose the version. So we've got all of the versions and the speed, alright? So the mode. So as you can see, this interface is very aesthetic and very handy because you don't need to go over and provide the parameters. Instead, you can go over right there and just choose the options that you would like, alright? So there you can choose the image dimension, the aesthetic, the model, and everything like that. So it created our image inside of the Midjourney website. I'm right now in the Create tab, and there you can notice when we go over there, we've got different options. So there we can rerun the prompt, we can use the text as the reference, alright? So we can go over there and provide the text for it. There we can go over and hide this one result, or even right there we can click for the more options, alright? So there we can do the stuff like copy the prompt, job ID, seed, image, report, download, or whether open in Discord. Also there, if I would like to see the hidden image, I can go over to the archive, and now go over to the filters, and pick the hidden, and now we can see this one image, alright? Later on we'll cover the entire options right there. When it comes to the creating images inside of the Midjourney website, what is very important? Basically you can type the prompt as in the Discord, alright? So actually you can type the prompt and the parameters for it. Now I will show you the example. For instance, let's go over to the filters and apply, I would say, the aspect ratio 2:3. And now also go over with the stylization to the 0, weirdness 0, variety 0, and everything like that. However, if I will type the prompt and provide for this the parameters, now we can go over there to the filters, and it doesn't change, alright? So we've got the same one, I would say, the settings that we set up. But basically these parameters that we used in the prompt, I would say, have the bigger priority, alright? So these parameters will be used for creating this one, I would say, the prompt and the entire the result. So now we can go over there and run this prompt and see how it performs. So as I said before, although we've got the settings applied right there, the parameters inside of the prompt have, I would say, the higher priority. So every time it will use this one parameters in the prompt. So there we've got the stylize. Instead of the 0, we've got the 1000, the weirdness, in both cases we've got the 0, but the variety, which is the chaos parameter, there we've got the 30, and the aspect ratio 16:9, but there we've got the 2:3, so pay attention to this one fact. Let's take a look now on the sidebar at the left side of our page. Firstly, we've got the tab which is Explore. There we can just search for the images created by the community. So there we can go over right there, search for something that we like, we can click on it, we can see all of the settings and do every stuff with it, alright? So copy the prompt, job ID, image, or whether download it or just use it in our creation. So use the image, use the style, or whether the prompt. There also we can like sort it by the hot, top day, top week, top month, likes, or even we can go over right there to the random and randomize the results to see the other variations and other ideas for our inspiration. Afterwards, we've got the Create tab. We already covered it, so there we can create our images. But later on, we've got the Archive, which is extremely important, because there like the entire images that we already created like will appear, right? So there all of them will be right there. We can go over there to the slider and pick the images by the date. So for example here, and there you can see we've got some of the images that we previously created. However, now let's go over there and cover the options when it comes to creating like the images. After we create some image, we've got there in the Archive tab like the gallery, and basically when we click on the specific image, in the right bottom corner we've got all of the options. So basically it is pretty the same as in the Discord. So we can use the variations, upscale, alright, remix, pan feature to expand the image in the specific direction, zoom out, alright. So even what is very interesting is the change aspect ratio. When we click on it, we can go over and change the aspect ratio of this image. So for example there, 9:16, or whether 3:2, 16:9, or 2:1. But what is very interesting, we can like move our image as we want. For instance, let's say I would like to insert this image at the top of this one, I would say the aspect ratio, right? So this entire border. So I can go over there to the start and now insert it right there. And afterwards it will create for me, I would say, the entire continuation of this image at the bottom. Or whether I can go over and click to the end. Or whether place it into the center. So there you can see, we can use it to change the aspect ratio as we want. And now instead of the horizontal aspect ratio, I've got the square one, which is something like this. However, let's go over to the rest of our options. There we can rerun the prompt, or whether like apply some adjustments, alright? So use the very region as in the Discord. Or even there we can use this image as the reference, or even like the style, or whether only the prompt. And also what is pretty interesting, let's say you are scrolling like through your entire designs. And now for example you like this one. So you can go over there and drag and drop this one image inside of this prompt box. And now you have the reference of this image inside your entire, I would say, the prompt. The next one very important fact is that I have created this one image. So in the Midjourney website. However, let's go over now to the Discord. And now you can see like these images like don't appear right there in the Discord. So when we create some design in the Discord, it appears, I would say, in the Midjourney website, but when it comes to the opposite situation, like when we create something in the Midjourney website, it doesn't appear like in the Discord. When we go over to the archive, at the right top corner we've got 3 different options. So the folders, filters, or whether view options. Firstly, let's cover the folders. So basically there we can create the folder. Let's go over and name it as the cats. And now we can go over, highlight these 4 images and move them right there inside of this folder. And now basically we've got it. So these images are inside this one folder. If you don't see these options at the right side of the page, you need to click there on the organize. And what is very important also when it comes to creating the folders, we can go over and create the folder which contains, I would say, the specific keyword. So after we create this folder, it will add like the images that I would say consists this one keyword inside of their prompt. And now we can click Smart Folder and now add our keyword. So for example there, the woman. And now let's create the folder. And suddenly when I click there, you can see I've got all of the images with the keyword, so the woman. Let's check it. So the woman, yes. Next we've got this one image. Also this is great, we've got like this entire keyword. And also the important fact is that you can't like manually like add the images to this one folder, alright? It only adds the images with the specific keywords automatically, alright? So there again you just can't add manually your specific images that you want. Later on within the archive tab, at the right side of the page we've got the filters. So we can filter our images by the different settings. For example, let's go over and filter by the upscales. And do it by this way, whether you can filter by the image size, so whether the square, landscape, or whether portrait. So there we can see we've got the portrait, there we've got the landscape, and there we've got the square. This is very useful. You can even sort your images by the versions. So for example version 5 or whether version 4, as you can see. If you want, you can choose the multiple options. So for example, let's say I would like to have the upscales, which are, I would say, the portraits. And now I've got like the images that I upscaled, and these are the portraits. So now you can see how it exactly looks like. If you would like to remove the filters, you can simply go over there and click on the X, and now return to the common one settings, so without any filters. Also there we've got the last one category, so the view options, and we can basically change the layout view of our, I would say, the archive tab. So we can go over to the full, and now you can see, I would say, the entire aspect ratio of the image. So there we can see it's vertical. Where we've got the square option on, we don't see like the dimension. We need to go over to the specific image and now see it. But with this one option, we can easily see which one image like have the specific, I would say, the aspect ratio. Also there we can change the image size, so we can pick the large, medium, or whether the small. Furthermore, at the right top corner, remember that we've got the option to search the prompts. So for instance, we can type the dog and search for it, and I've got all of the images of the dog. For example, let's say we've got the burger. I've got the images of the burger, and so on and so on. At the left side of the page, we've got other options. So rate images, there we can help the algorithm to like choose the best one images, and there we can have a lot of inspiration for our future artworks. Also there we've got the rate ideas new tab. So there we can submit an idea to like help Midjourney to improve, alright? So there you can see we've got the leaderboard, and the most amount of people like wants to improve the hands and fingers, alright, when it comes to our images. Later on we've got different options such as more accurate prompts understanding, improve the quality of small faces, and so on and so on. So there you can go over, and if you would like, you can go over and submit your idea. Below the Rate Ideas tab, we've got the news, so the latest updates of the Midjourney. You can go over there, and it's very handy, very useful, I can say, and very aesthetic and easy to use, of course. There you've got the different options, so you can choose as you want, and basically also the settings. At the left bottom corner you've got the tab to help, report a bug, or whether change the mode to the light, or whether the dark, and there you've got the options to manage the subscription, manage uploads, or whether sign out. So that we have it. These were all of the options that we can use inside of our new Midjourney website. Basically, to be honest, I think this is very powerful. Finally, we've got the possibility to create the images within the Midjourney website. Like we've got all of the options, like same as in the Discord. I think the entire interface is very intuitive, very aesthetic, and very, I would say, easy to use. Basically, I really love this one update. I'm very curious what you think about it. For me, this is something great. And for this lecture, this is everything. I will see you in the next one videos.